What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Amalgam Show. One of your hosts, Keena Johnston, alongside Kyron Johnston.
Asa.
And Nathaniel Johnston.
That's not my name.
What's the Amalgam Show about? Nathaniel Johnston.
It's about memes, mostly now. And
mostly. This week we're talking about the biggest meme, Sonic.
The biggest meme dream.
That's not Endgame or Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Kids meme. Family-friendly meme.
Sonic the Leg Hog.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
If you enjoy what you're about to watch today, please click that like button and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. If you have any questions for the show, please comment below or email us at amalgam@gmail.com. I'm doing this full of script today. Patreon, that exists. We need to do a couple things with that. We need to figure it out.
Just go to
Patreon.com/The Amalgam Show.
Go to Patreon. You probably have
Chuck
the
us a
app.
couple of bucks and we'll have more incentive to fix it. I know that doesn't sound very good, but that's what we've got on offer.
Hey, if it works for
Check
EA,
us out on social
it works
media
for
at
us.
The Amalgam Show and our website, theamalgamshow.com. I kind of want .au. What?
No, not .au.
I like .au,
No,
but it's
you
redundant.
make it universal.
You can get .au no matter where you are.
Yeah, but it's just like harder for everyone else to type because like
Let's do .ca.
it's not natural for them.
Let's do theamalgamshow.gov.
.org.
.net.
/
cool.
Minecraft.net.
It's .cool. We got to do .cool. That's a really bad website.
Is there a .meme? There's got to be .meme. Man, I really wish we had internet down here.
I'm so glad that we don't.
Kyron, what have you been up to lately?
So I've been continuing watching Shippuden. I am like 100 episodes off being done.
Oh, cool.
Turns out there's only 500 episodes, a neat 500 episodes, not 1,000 like Shannon thought. And I just didn't double check it, so I didn't know.
I know One Piece is like pretty much legitimately at 1,000.
It is.
Oh yeah, and it's still going.
Yeah.
But I also picked
Are you
up.
going to watch Boruto afterwards? No, this is a serious question.
Yeah, no. Depending on the ending of Naruto, like if I'm satisfied with the ending, then I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, okay.
But if I'm not satisfied with it and I want more, then fuck it, I might as well watch Boruto. But I don't really want to watch that again because it goes from being like giant, like just fucking chakra mechs to some little boy learning to do a Rasengan again, and I've seen too much of that.
That's fair. I know there's like a couple of really good animated episodes, like the animator. The animation YouTuber I follow, he broke that episode down, and it does look really, really pretty.
Oh no, like I've seen ads on Facebook for it, and it's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Like they really focus on, like from just the one thing that I saw, they really focused on the fighting aspect of it more so than just whipping out mad jutsus every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like there's like some cool shit where some dude does like a backflip and kicks his knife and just goes through someone's cheek.
Jesus, that's Mortal Kombat shit.
Yeah, no, it looks good, but it's just
whether
like
the story
it's more
is
modern. It's got better tech to it than what happened back in like 2013 and backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I might watch Boruto, but
You'll see what you get there.
I'll see.
Yeah. What was the other thing you were going to say?
I also picked up We Happy Few again.
Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah, Annika's been nagging me to play it.
Why?
Because she really likes it. Like the art style's cool, the music's cool, and once I got through the second character, which is Sally, I fucking hated playing as her.
Why? Like the power sets suck, or?
Okay, so basically she is like a stealth character.
Oh, okay. I'm not a big
She
fan of
can't
stealth.
she can't craft any weapons. She can only do chemistry, which that has its merits, but it would be good. But she's a stealth character who also has a baby, so you'll get a notification like pop up on screen and be like, oh, Gwen is hungry. So you have to go from one side of the map all the way back to your house to feed and or change your baby. And if you don't, you get a thing called mother's guilt, where it where you can't regenerate stamina as quickly, and the longer you go, the slower you do it, and the more health you lose per hit and stuff like that. So it's really like a big drawback, and it just breaks the flow of the game.
I think I understand where the devs are coming from for like trying to spice things up, but like that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound fun.
You can get like around it a little bit with.
Can you drown the baby?
No, but close. You get her an automatic feeding machine. Yeah, so it's just like basically
with
what
an IV drip.
No, it's basically what like gerbils and hamsters have. Okay. It's just that big bottle with like a little straw that the baby can suck on.
Yeah.
And just suck on whenever she's hungry. But you still have to go back and change it. There's no automatic changing machine or anything like that.
Just don't have a nappy on.
You can't.
The house.
You can't. And
lock her up in the bathroom.
I wanted to drown the fucking kid. I hated it. I hated playing as Sally purely because I couldn't make dope weapons, that's how I played it.
Yeah.
So I didn't really because like the first dude is like well-rounded. He can craft weapons. He can do chemistry and stuff like that. But when you play as Sally, she can only do chemistry, and when you play as Ollie, which is just this big fat Scotsman with a big ginger beard, and he's awesome. He's my favourite character, and that's why I've like really started to enjoy playing it again, because I'm now playing as him.
Yeah.
But he has a thing where he's stupid. He can't do chemistry.
Yep.
You can have a thing where you can try to do chemistry, and you hold down the action button, and the whole chemistry set just blows up.
Jesus.
And so he's got kind of schizophrenia.
Okay.
So he sees his dead daughter's ghost, but it's not a ghost, and he acknowledges that. He acknowledges this is just a figment of my imagination.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, but it's a comfort to him.
Yeah.
So she'll just be like, maybe you should stick with things you know. And he's like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like, so it's good because she will talk in place of the character talking. So it doesn't sound like the character's just talking to themselves randomly.
Yeah.
She will talk, so it just sounds like he's hearing voices in his head. And he is. It's his dead daughter. There's some really fucky stuff that happens with that. I was just going on like a fucking killing spree. Not really. I was just ransacking people's houses because I needed to get to the next place, and because I was in the Garden District, was basically like the slum area.
Yeah.
You can't go to where the decent folk live if you're wearing like dreg clothing.
Yeah.
Like they will like all just arc up and try and kill you. So I had to like try and rob people's houses to find materials, and basically I just got sick of it and started killing everyone. So I was just like breaking in, slaughtering people.
It sucks because I do enjoy playing this game except for the Sally part.
Oh yeah, I love playing as Ollie because he's a sergeant, so he's got military training. So he's really good at crafting. So it takes like less materials to craft with him and stuff like that. He does it quicker than normal and everything like that. And he's got diabetes, so that's his drawback.
Yeah.
Basically, you can't just eat any food you want, otherwise you'll go into diabetic shock and you need to do that. Or you just have a glucose syringe that you can make out of honey in an empty syringe.
Yeah.
And you just go, and it'll top him up again. It's a cool thing, and it's not so much of I have to go all the way back home. You can just like do what you do and just go, fucks, like, you're done.
You saying all this very much reminds me of Dishonored, and
it's pretty similar from what I've seen you play of it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out like whether you'd enjoy Dishonored. It's like I play it stealthily, but you can go through that game and fucking murder people. Or you could enjoy playing it as a stealth game, like...
I do enjoy stealth games, like Splinter Cell. I love that shit. Like, I like stealth games. But when the game gives you the option and teaches you how to fight in the first character, more so than teaching you how to be a sneaky cunt, forcing you to be a sneaky cunt
forcing, that's
is like... okay, well, I guess I'll just zoom through this as fast as I can.
Yeah.
And I just lost interest because
that's fair.
it was annoying. And then I picked it up again, and now I'm fucking really enjoying playing it because he's a military dude, so he can carry more weight and stuff like that, and he's a natural scavenger. So you find better loot and shit just naturally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can get perks to get fancier loot and stuff like that, but I really enjoy it. And it's a cool story because he's going around being like, he finds out that the tanks that the Germans used to intimidate everyone were made out of paper mache.
Okay.
Yeah. And so he's going around being like, we gave up all of our children and sent them to their deaths, or sent them away. Like, they don't explicitly say to their deaths or to become experiments or anything like that. They just go, we sent all of our kids away for no fucking reason. We could have fought back. And everyone's like, yeah, we know that. We had this conversation with you. We all decided this was for the best. And he was like, I don't remember that. Yeah, he's got weird, like, memory loss, and then it's like a kind of a thing that kind of hints to the fact that he killed his daughter. But I'm not sure about that because it's hinted to the fact, and he's like, I can't remember anything anymore because he's just getting old.
Yeah.
So it's really good at this point because it's like focusing on like government implements instead of just being like a public servant.
Yeah.
Or a drug dealer, like, because that's what Sally was.
Yeah.
She's like one of the world's best chemists.
Yeah.
So she was making like really good joy for people.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So yeah. So instead of just playing as a woman with a baby when a baby hasn't been born for 17 years, because they put a ban on babies and taking the joy pills sterilizes people and stuff like that. So she's got a kid and stuff like happens. There's a lot in that game.
Yeah.
But it's just more interesting to see like the inner workings and why things became the way they are instead of just trying to live in the way things are.
Yeah. There's an interesting perspective. I feel like maybe if this government dude, or the third dude, went first as the person you played, you get the top-down perspectives, and then from the servant, public servant, and then the drug dealer, you get the bottom down, because both are important to figure out how a society works.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times you need top-level context for that, which may be their idea of like getting you to play the game again, which I don't think you'll do.
Look, it's fun.
Yeah.
When you know what you're doing and when you have perks, but playing it from the start where you're like, oh, I've just got a branch to beat people with, and if that breaks, I got a punch on, but they've got fucking axes.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not fun.
Yeah.
Going from being like, I can craft a fucking weapon that is like, will cause bleeding, electroshock, and is one of the fastest and most damage heavy thing in the game, to, oh, it's a fucking twig. Throw it at people.
Honestly, just play Bioshock again at that point.
Honestly, I play
any of them. Even 2, like, which is the worst, but I'd rather play 2 than like one.
Like I've recently, like not recently, but last year I replayed Bioshock with Annika, and she was like, "This is fucking great," and I was like, "I know, confusing as shit." Like Infinite, confusing as shit. The ending.
Yeah, you keep up with it. It's fine.
Keep up with it, but if you're like kind of in and out, and you're like,
you know, I've been thinking about playing Bioshock again. I'm like,
I'd say do it.
I don't have anything that can run it at the moment. Like,
no.
Or I'd have to buy it, and that collection doesn't go cheap very often. I'm pretty sure it's on Games Pass, I want to say.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't have an Xbox One.
No, I don't think it is on Games Pass.
Isn't it?
I think it might be.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it is.
Mate, yeah, I think it might be.
I think it is.
I think that's how I played it again, because I played it all on my Xbox. So yeah, I'd say so.
Game Pass, every like month they keep updating. I'm like, these games are really good. Like I forget they put out a really good game this month, like a bunch of them, but one like headliner. I forget what it was. I really wish, but it was like a good game that I'm like, that's a game I would never buy, but I would play it if I just had access to it. And like this month's PS Plus is Overcooked, which is a great game, but I don't have 4 controllers, and What Remains of Edith Finch, which is the successor to Unfinished Swan. Is what that studio did next.
Yeah.
Apparently it's a really, really good game. Like, cool, really good games, but like, I need to be in a specific mood for what we do. What Remains of Edith Finch. Or I already have it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this game that I'm trying to remember from Games Pass, I'm like, that's a game I would play, regardless of the time. Like Mad Max.
Yeah.
Mad Max should be on Games Pass, but that's a great game for Games Pass, just in terms of it is like it's a good 7.5 out of 10, but it's a really good 7.5 out of 10. Like, I got 50 hours out of it.
Yeah.
And it's a good game to play. But yeah. Game Pass makes me consider, like, do I just want to get an Xbox? I'm like, no, I'll just wait until the next one launches and then get a Game Pass with that.
Do it. But, like, I feel like there's a bad payoff with Games Pass, is that I've noticed that the games with gold are just fucking bottom tier shit trash. Like, you don't even look at games for gold anymore because they're not fucking worth it.
Yeah. No, I have noticed that.
They're just hard shit.
I think that's, but like PS Plus games have been like very hit and miss for like whether the games are good or not, or whether games.
Yeah, but at least there are some hits.
Yeah, for a while. Yeah, I can see what you're pointing with games with gold. Like, I think they did Lara Croft and the Temple of the Guardians, or whatever it is, the isometric game. They put that for games with gold free again. They did that like 5 years ago, and I remember when that happened the first time.
It wasn't 5 years ago. I remember that because I was like,
2014. Like, you would have had the Xbox by then, and I know that's when like that happened.
Oh, maybe, but yeah. If they put it out again,
it's like that's I don't think PS Plus has ever doubled up. But then PS Plus doesn't have, it's just the 2 PS4 games, no longer Vita or PS3 games, which is fine, but now it just makes it like, is it worth, I want them to add PSVR games. Like, that would be worth it.
Yeah.
Or even like,
PSVR is so experimental, they all need the money to be able to create.
Well, that's the point. That's the point. Like, that's how Rocket League got successful. They just put it on like PS Plus for free, and that's how it took off that way. Because a bunch of people tried out this really weird concept of a game, and then everyone loved it, and it just exploded to the point where Epic bought them this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, oh shit. Now I really don't know how I feel about Epic. Because Epic, I'm like, cool, Fortnite is whatever, I'm okay with that. But the fact that like they have the other, like one of the other biggest esports games, I'm like, okay.
What's wrong with that?
Just Monopoly and just having everything like.
They don't have everything. They have a dying game and a game that's been irrelevant.
Fortnite's not dying.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's still number one. Like Apex, like challenged it for a little bit, and then it's still Fortnite.
I don't know anyone that plays Fortnite.
Well, that's because we also don't know anyone who plays FIFA. Yet FIFA's still one of the biggest games that sells every year.
Yeah, but it's dirty.
Yeah.
It's dirty.
I tried to play Fortnite again. I picked up my Xbox and I was like, right.
You picked it up, played Fortnite.
I got asked if I played Fortnite today, and I'm like, no, I don't.
Like, I tried to, and I'm like, oh, so the people who stuck around to play are just the insanely good ones who don't want to get better at a different game.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck this. Also, what the fuck is this pistol? You shoot it and it shoots you like 5 meters back.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like a pirate gun. And I was like, this is a fucking drawback. And I just left. I was like, nah, this is bad.
A really good
shitty,
idea.
not good, bye.
That sounds like a dumb gun idea.
Yeah.
But you know who has good dumb gun ideas?
Who?
Insomniac. Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank.
I would love Insomniac to make a battle royale.
Fuck yeah, if they did like Ratchet and Clank Gladiator, but like a battle royale, I would just be like supremely happy.
That'd be great.
Like I would be like,
we're the only two people in the world that give a crap about that game.
No, but like even like in Ratchet and Clank, there are guns that you shoot that knock you back.
But
it's not an issue because you've got Clank to hover you forward if something goes bad.
Yeah.
Fortnite, if you shoot it, fuck, I'm going into lava, and there's no escape. You just die. And you're like,
if you can build quickly, I guess, but that's
for PC people. How fucking How great does your sensitivity need to be in order to build that quickly and also have a decent aim? You get one or the other. You either are a tremendous builder or no aim, or great aim and be fucked with building. Like on console, like I imagine Fortnite on PC would be like playable.
If you've got everything assigned to hotkeys, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah. But yeah, I just don't like Fortnite.
Yeah,
I've tried. I played it for a long time. I played from like season 2 to 4. Bought every battle pass and I tried. I really did try to fucking get into it. And I got into it for a little bit. Realised I didn't get any better. And it wasn't just because you didn't play enough. It's like, no, because I kept getting fucking spawn killed. You can't get better if every time you land, there are 12 people in the same spot who just play with the fucking capacity of 12-year-olds who have free time to just sit there and be like, yeah, this game cycle is entertaining enough, I guess. It's better than homework. And I'm like, I just got home from work, motherfucker. This sucks. Yeah.
That's why everyone should play Apex.
No, even then, fuck off Apex. Fuck off Battle Royale games.
I smashed at Apex, hey, Keena.
Sorry?
I smashed at Apex. We were one of the last ones. I think it was between me and another team, wasn't it?
I think so. But you were carried off.
Either way.
I saved my team right at the start.
You did.
But
I fucking flick button.
I honestly just think battle royales are not for me, and I love mindless fun.
Yeah.
But that's too mindless for me.
Okay.
Doing the same game cycle over and over and over and over and over again with no variation besides who the fuck kills you.
That's what Fortnite tries to do with its new seasons and stuff, change the environment and all that.
And that's why I tried to pick it up again, because I was like, fuck yeah, there's cannons I can be shot out of. Lit. I can get into those fucking Jurassic World spheres with a plunger that I can fucking dangle off. That sounds lit. If you can survive long enough to fucking find one, or if it's even in the world at all.
You can take me to Moisty Mire, but not Loot Lake.
Yeah, because they don't exist anymore. Moisty Mire, I think, is a desert now. And Loot Lake has been fucking struck with a meteor, I think, and it's just all displaced water. And there's no loot there. And there's no loot there anymore. It's weird.
What else have you been up to?
Making cheese toasties.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fucking not much more.
Alrighty, Nathaniel, what have you been up to?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
What's the update? I know you just did a big one, but try and make it smaller.
Okay, so
has JoJo made
which one?
More Bizarre Adventures?
Yes.
Has he?
So it's different in the third season. So
has he had a Vovo?
What's that?
Vovos. It's the opposite of a JoJo.
You know the ice Vovos, the Bicky?
No.
The pink Bicky?
Oh, the pink and white fucking shit cracker, yeah.
Why did you even ask that? This one's Japanese. He doesn't know what a Vovo is. It's an arm, it's Bicky.
Is it international?
So
is Arna's British?
There's actually no Australian characters in it so far, which is odd. I'm pretty sure there should be. It's Japanese. There's always a fucking... If it's an international anime, there's always a fucking Australian character.
Is there?
Yeah.
If it's not blatantly said that it's Australian, they've at least got the accent.
What are you referencing? Because I can't think of any example.
Jace.
Yeah. Space Aussie.
Jace.
Any other examples?
No, fucking
I don't know. Don't watch that many fucking animes.
I don't watch that many animes, to be honest.
I don't think Jace is
He is the beginning of all and end of all. But
he's either a god or can kill a god. I don't care to know the difference.
In JoJo's Bizarre Adventures at the moment, on season 3.
How many seasons are there?
Many.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I haven't really looked into that. I know that season 3 has 48 episodes.
That's pretty long.
Yeah. The first one was really quick. I think it was only like maybe max 20.
Yeah.
Max.
Mm.
And the second one was maybe like max 30. If that. Like there was, like they had a lot less.
Do you know if JoJo's is what Dragon Ball is and it's just a weekly show? It's just divided up into seasons when it's put on demand? Or is it
would
a
be
season
divided,
based?
It would be divided because there's such a difference.
Yeah. So do you think it is an actual weekly show like Dragon Ball?
Not sure.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Again, I wish we had the internet.
But season 3 explores a different concept.
Yeah.
It's the stands, which everybody who knows anything about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure would know the meme. Jotaro and Dio. That's where I'm up to. Dio was the antagonist in the first season, and he fought Jonathan. Jonathan decapitated him. And destroyed his body. Then Dio was still alive. Somebody saved him because he's a vampire. They followed Jonathan. Dio. At the end of season 1, it was like, oh yeah, he's dead. Jonathan's dead. Dio's dead.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a plot point. So Dio stole Jonathan's body. So now he's like got a Joestar body, and he's connected with Joseph Joestar, which is the second season's protagonist, and Jotaro Kujo, which is the grandson of Joseph. So Joseph is the grandson of Jonathan, and Jotaro is the grandson of Joseph. And they start to deal with stands. The Joestar stands only manifest when Dio comes back. They don't really deal with Harmone anymore. There's little bits where Joseph's like, use Harmone, but it's useless against stands. I don't know. I don't know what really does it, but it's kind of sad. But you see Joseph use it a couple of times. It's just pretty cool.
Use
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Joseph's stand is only like a weird vine. There's like a vine that comes out and it like hits a camera and then it takes a photo of like a vision that can help them.
Okay.
And he can use it on TVs and stuff like that. But the problem is like every time he uses it, it breaks the device. So he's like, every time I use my stand, it breaks a 3,000 yen camera.
That's only $300.
Yeah, but he
quick math.
30.
What?
30.
Sure. I said it was quick math, not perfect math.
But yeah, so all of the Joestars have different personalities so far, but they're all gentlemen. That's the whole premise. Like, we're Joestars, so we're gentlemen and we kick ass. I don't have too much to say about it.
So they're a bunch of Alfreds.
Not really.
Speaking of Alfred is getting his own TV show called Pennyworth.
I have seen that.
No, thank you. No one asked for that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind reading a comic about that, but I don't necessarily need a whole fucking TV show about it.
Why do they keep on trying to fucking make TV shows, movies about Batman? Just let him go for a little bit. They've done too much with him. Just let him die. Finish Gotham.
Gotham finished the other day, last week.
So
Good.
Stop now. This needs to stop.
Stop doing Batman shit that's not Batman. No one cares about not Batman.
Unless it's Dick Grayson and Robins.
Yeah, they need
Sure,
to...
Titans is
Titans
fun.
is
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But
Leave Batman for a while.
Leave Batman alone.
Dark Knight was the last Batman thing that was good.
your actions have consequences.
I think that's where they failed with the Justice League as well. Is they just threw Batman in there, and everyone's like, "Oh, is it the Dark Knight backstory?" And they're like, "No." Then what's the backstory?
There is none.
It's
You already know it.
basically the Dark Knight, but it's not the Dark Knight.
My thing with I wish that the Dark Knight, even if it was recast, that was the canon.
Yeah.
Because the point of that universe is, what if Batman existed in the real world?
Yeah.
And then Man of Steel is, what if Superman came out of nowhere and existed in the real world? but then aliens also. Like that, I think that fits. Like Batman did his thing, grew up, and then you've got the Superman come in and then fuck with the real world.
If they kept it with the Dark Knight, I think they would have been a lot more successful. Because everybody loved the Dark Knight. Yeah. Everybody loved those movies that came out. Those cinemas were packed. Just like Iron Man used to be. They used to be on the same level. Yeah. And then MCU went like that. Yeah. And then DC went like this. Exactly. That's exactly what they've done. And now they're like a plane that's trying to take off, but the back wheels are still on the ground. It's like,
and the back wheel is Superman and Batman.
Yeah. They need to
recast.
They should not have started with Superman and Batman. They should have started, like, MCU did it right where they started with Iron Man.
But that's like, they did that right because that was like out of necessity, because they didn't have the access to Spider-Man and X-Men and Fantastic Four.
They did that right. Like, they should have, that's the best, in my opinion, they started with the best character for it. Yeah. Because...
no expectations.
Yeah.
No one gave a fuck about Iron Man.
No one knew what an Iron Man was.
I think like people knew him, like, oh, he's the guy in the armor suit. And that's all I knew.
I mean, like, hardcore nerds knew who he was. They're like, oh, he's the alcoholic dickface. Yeah. Like, cool.
They should have left. They should have left it as the Dark Knight. Stopped Batman for a little bit. He's dead. They should have just been like, okay, Batman's disappeared. Maybe instead of recasting Batman, they could have been like, Dick Grayson's an adult and he's Batman. Yeah. They could have done that, but I mean, like,
they didn't, because it doesn't carry the same weight. They're like, why is Batman not called a Bruce? Because that's all people know.
Even
and people
then, they
could
have just been like, oh yeah, he's off in the Lazarus pit or something. And that could have been their plot point for the DC universe. They probably should have done Batman Dark Knight, and then I think maybe have moved on to like Wonder Woman or Shazam. Then.
Yeah.
And everybody would have loved that, and then just kick off and keep doing it, and then bring in Superman like they brought in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
That would have worked. And there would have been like the Lazarus pit and all of that, and then Superman comes in at the end, sort of half-cocked.
I honestly think that the DC universe should have done it backwards. Started with Shazam, moved on to Aquaman, moved on to Wonder Woman, and then like with these three movies, jumble them up a bit.
Yeah.
Go Superman, Justice League, leave out Batman, and then bring back Batman.
No, I think they should have done Justice League and had Superman come in that, and then Superman have his own movie. But
either way, like, fucking just...
they should have left out Batman.
You should have just started with a bigger cast rather than five people. That's the whole Justice League.
Yeah.
Instead of actually making it a league instead of a club.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the Justice League is. Like, a league is like thousands of people. Like, that's the literal definition of, like, I don't know the specific thing, but it is in the thousands. You're not going to get that.
Because, like, if you walk one league, that's 1,000 meters. Or something like that. 1,000 feet? I don't know. It's something like that. A league is 1,000 somethings. Leave in the comments. I'm stupid and dumb. I just know 1,000 is something a league.
You're stupid and dumb.
Yep, stupid dumb.
The point I'm saying here is they should have started with the Justice Society and been like, Flash that can't run that Flash. Green Lantern who's not in space. Should have gone with Hawkman, Hawkgirl of the most confusing origins of all time.
Wow, that's an expensive time waster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Well, I mean, no one cares about the... Oh, my name's Bobcat. What are you? I'm like Batman, but like before, and like I just punch people.
His name...
What else do you do? Cry?
Well, I mean, like, that's what people thought about Ant-Man as well. But Ant-Man turned out to be really well. It just depends on how they ended up using it.
Yeah, but like, Ant-Man
The DC universe is also very odd because in the cinematic universe, they're trying to convey them as they are in the comics, which is gods. Yeah. They are gods. But it's hard to be like, this random Batman that's not the Dark Knight, he's a god.
Yeah, like...
Why is he a god? I don't know, but he feels the need to shoot people.
The thing with Batman, like, Batman can be good, but because Warner Brothers banks on him...
Yeah.
He's
like,
always got too many fingers
Batman
in the pot.
should be an auxiliary member. Like, yeah, he's important, but every time he's in any of those team up movies, like at the end of BVS in Justice League, he's like bouncing around, like trying to dodge everything because he can't actually take on the main threat. Usually, what good Justice League stories will do will give Batman something else to do in the final act. Like he's got to go.
He's
help
a support
Superman.
character.
Yeah, he's a support, but he's like super effective support.
Yeah,
like in the movie, Justice Cyborg was a support.
Yeah,
like Superman helps him out, but like you could have felt like Batman like help hack him or something, like boost his power or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, or like, just used the Batwing and done like aerial sweep attacks instead of I'm gonna hover right in front of the enemy, trying to charge at me laser while I'm shooting bullets. Like,
I think the main issue with like the Zack Snyder trilogy is that Zack Snyder directed them.
Yeah,
like that's the main thing, and Warner Brothers didn't care what he did until Justice League. It's just like have a competent director. Like he's made fine movies, but like if you're trying to have a launch a universe, he's not the guy to go to.
No, he's not a universe launcher. He's I will make a decent movie for you.
Yeah.
Have you seen Shazam?
I haven't seen Shazam.
Do you care about a spoiler?
Fuck no.
It's not really a spoiler.
I've seen every Shazam.
Spoilers.
Where they've fucked up with Shazam, in my opinion, their character, is that the kid was so...
That's my foot, I think.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, it feels like a dolphin. I'm like, where the fuck is that coming from?
Elon Musk.
What's wrong with Shazam?
So the kid character,
Billy,
he is so depressing, and he's just so dark, and everything is like gloomy with him when he's the kid.
Yeah.
But as soon as you Shazam, he is a kid. So when he's a kid, he's pretending to be an adult. When he's an adult, he's like, I'm super playful, which I like the adult being like the playful kid.
Yeah.
But the kid's just doesn't fit it.
Yeah.
So it feels like there's like a personality swap.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm trying to be an adult.
And
then instead of an adult just being
Billy?
The actor.
Billy Batson.
The actor for Shazam.
Zach.
Zach.
Not Efron.
No.
I think it's a hard last name to pronounce.
No, it's a normal white boy name.
No.
Zach Chuckling.
No.
Zach Chuckling.
I don't know.
Zach.
But he did a fantastic job, in my opinion. Like, him as Shazam, awesome. Direction, shit. But Shazam was a great movie, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think, my problem...
Did it bust $1 billion like Aquaman did? No. I don't know.
No,
I've been staying off
saying
the internet, and it came out about the same time fucking
It's made about 400 million. It's profitable, but Aquaman was... I think because there was no Star Wars movie and everyone just wanted a blockbuster at the end of the year, so they're like, fuck, Aquaman's good enough, and they just watched that.
Well, I think they watched it because it was Jason Momoa.
As well, yeah.
I think it was just school holiday filler, honestly.
No, that's what Star Wars is. Like, that's a Christmas, there's usually a Star Wars movie, but because Solo came out, no one gave a fuck about it.
Which I feel really bad.
I love Solo. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. Do a Star Wars marathon, May the 4th.
I'm going to do it before Star Wars 9.
I feel bad that no one watched Han Solo. I mean, I didn't watch it, but I didn't,
I watched it and it was good.
That's what I've heard from people, but I've also heard from people
don't know
that,
much about Star Wars won't like it.
Yeah.
People who haven't understood the lore will not like it because there's a lot of references to parts that people don't even think about. Like, if you don't watch pop culture stuff and you don't care about it, then you won't know what the Kessel Run is. But they reference that like 1,000,000 times in Solo, and it's like a big deal to people who understand it. All of the things that happen in Solo, if you are a Han Solo fan, you're going to like that movie. But people who didn't really understand Star Wars, like, this is a Star Wars movie. There's no lightsabers. There's no Force users. What's happening?
Yeah.
To be fair, I've known a lot of Han Solo fans that they didn't enjoy the movie because Han Solo was a character that didn't need an origin. You got his origin in Episode 4, and you knew what he was about. You didn't need to see the Kessel Run. You didn't need to see the weird dice plot point that they added for no fucking reason.
Yeah, that was weird.
What's the other point?
But why are you mad about it? Like,
because it's a movie that doesn't need to exist when we could have got a pretty good Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, when we could have gotten...
But it was still good.
Okay,
cool
but
Darth
you
Maul
didn't,
movie.
so just appreciate what they gave you and stop being a snot-nosed brat about it. Like, every Star Wars fan is a petulant child. Yeah. They're like, that's not what we wanted. And they're like, who cares? You've got something. And they're like, no, but it's not Cadbury chocolate. You're like, motherfucker, I gave you a Curly Whirly. It's made by Cadbury. And they're like, no, it's not a caramello. You're like, stop being a cunt and just fucking take it.
But like that's the thing, like there's a difference between like it's the same thing with the DC stuff. We got a bunch of shit that we didn't fucking want. We got interpretations of characters we didn't enjoy. This is an interpretation of a character that's not Harrison Ford. Like no, which is like that's the character. Yeah. It's like whenever they replace Indiana Jones, that's gonna be the same problem. Like yeah, it's the same like that thing, and then you got all this weird lore shit that no one gives a fuck about. It's more market. Like the point of that movie is to sell more toys. Like there's another fucking droid. There's another like
toys don't sell anymore.
Yes, they do.
No,
that's why That's why Disney movies. That's why Disney bought Marvel and Star Wars to basically buy this expensive.
Have you been in a toy aisle? Motherfucker, that shit's depressing.
Yeah,
that's because we live in Australia.
It's different. Like you see that now, but when you were a kid, if you walked into that aisle,
and adults spend money on the expensive toys, like the super rare collectibles, like the statues, like the fucking
pop vinyls. Fuck those.
Yeah, like all that shit is how Star Wars or how Disney makes its money through extra merch. Box office is a nice, cool thing. Yes, they crack $1 billion every time, but they also get another $1 billion in merch.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like I get that, but also like.
Do you think every kid gets a toy that's worth 12 to 20, 25 maybe? Yeah. Even more?
It's more expensive than a movie ticket.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
The more and some people would buy more than one. Like I mean, I'm not one for merchandise, but a lot of people out there are.
Yeah.
And so they would buy
shit. They collect them, like when that.
You know the super nerds. Fucking, you walk into a comic book store and you see those fucking statues that are worth like almost $1,000.
Yeah.
People buy those.
Yeah, I mean, I've got like 2 statues that are like $150.
Yeah. So like they can get really
which have no resale value, and I am upset.
To the right person.
I could have told you that no one cared about the new 52, but wait till the new 52 becomes cool again. We'll be fine.
Yeah, right. Sell them for $400. Hit me up on Patreon. You give us $400 on Patreon, I'll give you both of my fucking statues. They still got the accessories.
Yeah, I do. What were we talking about? Shazam, I think.
Fucking petulant children and Star Wars fucks.
We're up to what you were doing this week, because I've done.
I finished an assignment yesterday.
Wow.
I battled my job agency. That was fun.
I battled my job agency. Give me Centrelink, wench!
Pretty much.
And they're like, no, you didn't show up for an appointment. You didn't give me any time.
Exactly. It was a proper fucked situation. What else did I do? I caught the bus. I had KFC for lunch the other day.
Right, so Sonic's fucked.
No, I'm not finished. This is my week. I watched Game of Thrones.
Eggman doesn't look like an egg.
Let me finish.
Anyway.
I don't interrupt you. No, honestly, like this week's Game of Thrones, have you guys kept up? Do you want to keep up with it?
I don't know how to watch it.
I don't know how to watch it. I try to sit down and see it, but it's just shit.
The new episodes, besides the actual quality of what the story of the episode.
Where do you watch it?
Fox. You've got Fox.
No.
Oh, did you cancel it?
Not any decent fucking... I got the wrong channel pack.
Why do you have a channel pack to begin with?
It came with my fucking internet. I thought
you had HBO.
No.
We don't have HBO on the show.
I've got fucking some bullshit where it's like drama. Yeah, I accidentally picked the wrong one.
Cancel it.
I can't.
Just say I don't.
It's part of my internet. I had to cancel my internet to cancel my fucking pack.
Can you just call them?
I do, but I have to enter another fucking 600-year contract.
Anyway, my point about this new episode of Game of Thrones is that they shot it to be super fucking dark. Yeah. And then when they put it on HBO, because every time they put the episode on HBO, it crashes. So what they did, they encoded it to be really small, which means it looks like fucking shit. If you've ever converted anything through a converter and just chosen the wrong settings, it looks horrible. It looks like that. And it's also really dark on top of that, just because of the way it was shot.
Turn your brightness up.
That's what I did, and it looks ugly. Like, whenever you turn the brightness up on anything, it doesn't make it look better. It just makes it blown out. The colours are weird. Like, it's...
Fuck with your contrast.
No, it's literally the master. Like, no matter what you
like,
do,
everyone at work has told me the same thing. Like, you could not change enough settings to get this thing to look...
It's just the way... Like, the way you would have to do this is wait for the actual Blu-ray to come out.
And watch it on a HDR.
It was the Battle of Winterfell, and people have renamed that episode to the Battle of Squinterfell. Because you're squinting.
It's just that meme
time.
of that woman going...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's... Yeah, that's like... And like the cinematographer came out like, oh, it wasn't too dark, and it's like, but apparently other cinematographers has come out and said like, it was. Like, you could have shot this better. Other people have pointed to other Game of Thrones episodes that have been shot in the dark, and that you could see what the fuck was going on.
Like Jon Snow's sex scene was in a fucking dank cave, and you could see.
Yeah. Like, this was just a badly shot and lit episode.
Learn how to use dark colour palettes, you fucktard.
There's a really good stealth sequence in the episode. It's really
yeah, because you couldn't see anything.
No. Kind of as well, yeah. You can see the main character doing the stealth, and then, yeah.
I've seen the memes about the episode.
Yeah.
Where everyone's just like, I can't see anything. And it's like, hey, is my screen turned on? Shit like that.
Yeah.
And that's all I've got from it. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, no,
I kind of really fell off Game of Thrones. When they started the hype, like half a year ago for the last season.
They didn't start the hype.
They did though, because the actors did that fucking donate to this thing, and you can come to the set with us and see all this stuff, and you can have lunch and dinner with me, and get ready. It's the final fucking season. You know, that shit on Instagram. Yeah, they started that like half a year before it was even meant to be aired. So as soon as they started doing that, I was like, this season's going to be mediocre at best.
It's the final season. The first 2 episodes were really, really good, regardless of anything else. But we'll see. There's 3 more episodes left, so I'm interested to see where they go.
Cool.